Hello everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel, and today we are playing the TBR Cafe for the month of May and finding out what books I will be reading. So, I know what I really want for this month, so I'm hoping that the game is really nice and gives me either romance or prompts that let me choose some like contemporary romance books. That is kind of like the feeling I am in right now, and that's what I'm hoping I can read this month. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the game. Roll number 1 is a 20. I think that's the first time we've ever gotten that, and I feel like maybe I'll just like move to a spot that I want. No, I'm kidding. So we're gonna start at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, all the way around the board for a cup of coffee, which is our aesthetic prompts. Read a book with foiling on the cover. Roll number 1 gave us the prompt of read a book with foiling on the cover. So for this, I am able to fit Bride by Ali Hazelwood. There's a little bit, if you can see as I move it around, there's a little bit in the flowers on her dress and in her hair. There's some little very, very small hints of foiling. So we made it. We got a kind of a paranormal romance, if you will, onto the TBR. I am very excited, and if you have not heard of this book, here's what it's about. Misery Lark, daughter of a powerful vampire councilman, is an outcast. Her days of living anonymously among the humans are over. She has been called upon to uphold an alliance between the vampires and their mortal enemies, the Wares. Wares are ruthless and unpredictable, and their alpha, Lo Morland, is no exception. He rules his pack with absolute authority, but not without justice or feeling. It's clear from the way he tracks Misery's every movement that he doesn't trust her. If only he knew how right he was. Misery has her own reasons to agree to this marriage of convenience, reasons that have nothing to do with politics or alliances and everything to do with the only thing she's ever cared about, and she is willing to do whatever it takes to get back what's hers. So I've heard so many good things about it. So many people have been recommending this book to me, and I'm very excited. I read my first Ali Hazelwood book earlier this year with Love Theoretically. Loved it, and so I'm very excited to read this one next. Roll 2. Oh my gosh, this is another 20? What is this? All right, so I'm assuming it's gonna end up here, but you know, no, it's going to end up back around here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So once again, another cup of coffee. And our prompt is going to be a book with stars and moons on the cover. First off, 2 20s in a row. Do I need some sort of like thing for rolling so many d20s? I don't know, but this roll number 2 gave us a book with stars and moons on the cover. So once again, a lot of cover picks this month, and this one I've decided to go with Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross. There is some stars as well as a little moon down here on this book. I really enjoyed the Divine Rivals series, and I happen to actually have quite a few of Rebecca Ross's books on my shelves before I even had touched Divine Rivals, and I kind of just didn't realize that that was the same author. So I'm very excited to see how this one goes. This came in an Owl Crate box, I believe, quite a while back. So I have this one, and let's see what it's about. Forgive me if I mess up some of these fantasy names. We're going to try our best. The realm of Azanor has been cursed. Every new moon, magic flows from the nearby mountain and brings nightmares to life. Only magicians who serve as territory wardens stand between people and their worst dreams. Clementine Madigan is ready to follow in her father's footsteps as the warden of Hearswith, even though she yearns to study the wilder side of magic. Instead, she must record townspeople's nightmares so she and her father are prepared for the danger of the new moon. When her father's domain is challenged by two magicians, Clementine is drawn into a century-old conflict. She seeks revenge on one of the brothers who dueled with her father, but as she gets closer to the handsome young magician, secrets begin to rise, and Clementine, once keen on vengeance, must unite with her rival and face the realm's curse, which seems to be haunting her every turn. From acclaimed author Rebecca Ross comes a rich and nuanced story about vengeance, family, and captivating power of dreams. That sounds fantastic. So, I'm definitely excited about this one. It sounds really good. I don't know how much romance is going to be in this one. It might just be a camaraderie situation, a little team up with her rival. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But I look forward to finding out in Dreams Lie Beneath, my pick for Stars and Moons on the cover. Roll 3. Oh, okay, it's a 10. I really was worried that that was going to be another 20 for a second, which would have been awesome, but I feel I would need to create a rule for myself for that. So 10. 10. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still a cup of coffee. So another on the cover. Read a book with blue on the cover. Roll number 3, another coffee. I really kind of enjoy these aesthetic prompts and when I get so many of them, because it really just lets me have total control on what I want to pick for my TBR for the month. So, going with my romance vibe that I'm feeling for the month of May, I'm going to go with The Note from Zoe Folbig. This is a book that my mom bought me, I don't even know how long ago. When did this come out? 2017. So you know what? This probably actually got purchased kind of around that time. So probably I've had this for about, what is that, 5, 6 years now or so. So I'm very excited to get to it. It takes place in London, one of my favorite places. So here's what this one's about. The book everyone is talking about, based on the true story of one girl and her train man. This is based on the author's experience of meeting her husband on a train. So here's what it's about. One very ordinary day, Maya Flowers sees a new commuter board her train to London, and suddenly the day isn't ordinary at all. Maya knows immediately and irrevocably that he is the one. Every day they go through the same routine, he with his head in a book and her dreaming of their happily ever after. But eventually, Maya plucks up the courage to give Train Man a note asking him out for a drink. And so begins a story of sliding doors, missed opportunities, and finding happiness where you least expect it. The note is an uplifting, life-affirming reminder that taking a chance can change everything. The morning commute just got more fun. #TrainMan. So, this sounds really cute. I love that it's based off of the author's real life love story. And so I'm very excited to read this one, and it sounds really cute, really fun. Yeah, so another romance for May. And finally, let's see what we get for roll number 4. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, ending on a coffee break. Let's see, did we get a good one or a bad one? Free Coffee, a book set in autumn or winter. The final roll number 4, got us a coffee break with a free coffee for a book set in autumn or winter. That is my free coffee because those are my 2 favorite months to read about. And for this one, I have gone with The Little Bookshop on the Seine. This one it took me a second to figure out one that did take place in autumn or winter, but this one does start with a dated entry of October. So right there in autumn, and I picked this up at my little indie bookstore. Was it this year or last year? I think it was last year sometime. So hasn't been on my TBR for too long, and it just sounded really cute. I loved the title. It obviously is going to take place in Paris, another one of the places I really enjoy. So here's what The Little Bookshop on the Seine is about. I don't know if I said it was by Rebecca Raisin. I don't think I said who this one's about. So, Little Bookshop on the Seine by Rebecca Raisin. Here's the synopsis. When bookshop owner Sarah Smith is offered the opportunity for a job exchange with her Parisian friend Sophie, saying yes is a no-brainer. After all, what kind of romantic would turn down 6 months in Paris? Sarah is sure she is in for the experience of a lifetime. Days spent surrounded by literature in a gorgeous bookshop and a chance to watch the Eiffel Tower sparkle at night. Plus, now she can meet up with her journalist boyfriend Ridge when his job takes him around the globe. But her expectations cool faster than her cafe au lait soon after she lands in the City of Light. She's a fish out of water in Paris. The customers are rude, her new coworkers suspicious, and her relationship with Ridge has been reduced to a long-distance game of phone tag, leaving Sarah to wonder if he'll ever put her first over his busy career. As snowflakes fall over the Seine, Sarah is determined to get the shop and her life back in order and make her dreams of a Parisian happily ever after come true. And it says there's like a bonus story included, so I wonder what that will be about. So this sounds really adorable, really fun, maybe a little bit dramatic, and overall another romance for my romancing in May, if you will. I'm very excited to get to all of these romance books. Now that is it for the round of the TBR Cafe, but I do have a couple more books to put on this TBR. The first is part of my Patreon, and that is the Reality Book Club. This is my nonfiction book club, and that is what this month is all about. So for this month's pick, so we had a poll between 2 books, and the winner of that book was, or the winner of the poll for the book pick was Me, Stories of My Life by Katharine Hepburn. I am very excited. I have been loving reading a lot of actor-actress autobiographies over the past few years, so I'm really excited to dive into an actress that I know a little less about than the other ones that I have read. So, Katharine Hepburn, let's read the little blurb to get a little more of like the tone and voice that she is writing this book with. At long last, Katharine Hepburn on Katharine Hepburn. In that inimitable Hepburn voice, witty, intelligent, candid, immediate, she tells us the stories of her life. Quote, and when I say stories, I'm afraid I mean flashes. This, that, no, the other thing. Quote, and take us back to her childhood, into her family, to her early days in New York and Hollywood, through the ups and downs of her career, into the sanctuaries of her private life, through her long friendship with Spencer Tracy, into her close collaboration with many of the leading actors, directors, and producers of the past 60 years. Throwing aside her performing personality, that creature, she reveals the person behind the persona in a vivid, unforgettable self-portrait, Katharine Hepburn as we have never seen her before. And there's a lot of pictures in it. It says there's over 165 photographs, a lot of them, well, not a lot of them, but a handful of them right here on the back of the book. I'm very intrigued to hear her tell her story and learn more about her, and possibly watch a few movies along the way. So, Me, Stories of My Life by Katharine Hepburn. If you're interested, the link below to my Patreon is in the description if you want to take a gander and see if you want to join us for this book. Did I just say gander? Did I really? I don't know if I've ever said gander on this channel in my entire life. I don't know why that's the word I picked, but I did. And the final pick for the month of May is coming from the TBR Acorn. If you're a part of any tier of Patreon, you get to give me some numbers to choose a bookshelf and a book on that shelf to be placed in the TBR Acorn. So we're running a little low, so I'm going to soon have to ask my patrons to refill this for me, but let's see which one we're going to get today. Alright, we're going with this one. And bookshelf 3, book 12, and this one is from Lynn. So let's see what book it is. Here we are, bookshelf 3, book 12. So we have bookshelf 3, which is the ARC shelf. These picks are really helping my ARC backlist, that is for sure. So, which way do we go? Let's start over here. So we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have The Stone Girl's Story.
by Sarah Beth Durst.
So the final book is The Stone Girl Story from author Sarah Beth Durst. I believe I got this at YALLFest in 2017. It came out in 2018, so I've had it for quite a while, but it is off the ARC backlist. I am reading it this month. I believe it kind of sits in a middle grade, beginning of young adult territory. It does say ages 10 to 12 on the back, so I'm gonna call it middle grade. It gives me a more middle grade vibe than a YA book would, so we're gonna go with that. So I have no idea what this is about. I do not remember. I know I really love this cover. It's stunning, but I have no idea what it's about, so let's find out together. In a mesmerizing adventure exploring the power of stories and storytelling, a girl made of living stone braves unforeseen dangers and discovers unexpected strengths on a quest to save her family. Once again, I'm gonna hopefully get this name right, but we'll find out. We're gonna go with Micah and her stone family were brought to life by the stories etched into their bodies. Now time is eroding these vital marks, and Micah must find a stonemason to repair them. But the search is more complex than she had imagined, and Micah uncovers a scheme endangering all stone creatures. Only someone who casts stories into stone can help. But whom can Micah trust? Where is the stonemason who will save them? Sounds really interesting. I'm intrigued about the premise. It doesn't tell me much, which I'm guessing there's probably a lot of mystery to this story that is gonna like unravel as we go, since while giving a little bit of information, the overall plot is, and scheme, because there is a scheme, is pretty vague. So it sounds really good though. And the cover I absolutely love. So The Stone Girl Story by Sarah Beth Durst is the final book for my May TBR. Alright, so overall, pretty good. I feel really good about this. Also, I don't know how I do this, but like I really end up having some kind of color scheme with my books. The only one that kind of doesn't match is that final one, The Stone Girl Story, but we got a lot of red, white, and blue happening. If only this was July, right? So, but a lot of blue. There's a lot of blue this month. So hopefully all of these are really good. So to recap, we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood, Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross, The Note by Zoe Folbig, The Little Bookshop on the Seine by Rebecca Raisin, The Stone Girl Story by Sarah Beth Durst, and Me, Stories of My Life by Audrey Hepburn. So not too bad, and they're all like fairly good sizes. We don't necessarily have a big chunky book like we did last month, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about where we are with these books, and I'm gonna put them down before I drop them. And that is all for this round of the TBR Cafe. I am definitely excited that I was able to get a good selection of romance on this TBR. I might even try to throw a few more in depending on how the reading goes this month. I don't know. I'm just really excited to read some romance. I don't know what it is, but I've just had this like, if you've seen, and I don't know, it could be because Mother's Day is coming and my mom's favorite movie was Romancing the Stone, but like the like romancing in May has been like in my brain for the last like couple weeks. So I think just romance has been on my brain, and I'm very excited that I'm going to get to read some this month. So leave me a coffee cup emoji if you just want to say hi down below, or leave me a comment letting me know what book you are most excited about to read in May. If any of the books that I've talked about interest you, all links will be down below. It helps support this channel at no extra cost to you, just in case you are wanting a copy of a book for yourself. So treat yourself, treat your shelf, and I will see you soon in a brand new video. Take care and happy reading, everyone. Bye.